What's going up, guys? Just wanted to do a quick one, really. Express. It's early, but I wanted to lay out my little plan. This is what I want. And sometimes it's hard to get your point in when there's a lot of people that are giving their points. In these streams, they're great and all, but I'm gonna come across right here. It's pretty simple. This organization is at the bottom of the league. At the floor. You're at the floor. And I'm going to tell you, when you're at the floor, there's no direction down anymore. There's only sideways and up. If the Giants don't go outhouse and get a real GM in here. And I was a Gettleman supporter, but that's over now. I'm always going to support my organization. I bleed blue. I'm a Giant fan for life. Okay? You better go outhouse. Okay? There's names out there like Dorsey, Reddick. There's others too. I don't care. You need someone with a different point of view. Someone to come in to this organization, sit down straight in Mara's face and say, hey, you've done it all wrong. And the last few years have proved it because you're the worst stinking toilet bowl organization in the NFL right now. Giants are the worst organization in football, bottom line. You go get a guy from outside to come in and turn this around with a different vision and a different direction. And if that guy doesn't want the head coach here, bye-bye Joe Judge. He's gone. Because Joe Judge the last 2 years is a loser. Get a new GM. Take one of your first rounders and a first rounder next year and go get Russell Wilson. Or try. Because, yeah, we could sit around and wait for Daniel Jones to grow. And I like him. He's a nice person. Mara likes nice people. Good educated players. And that's why you got no dogs on this team. Jones is a nice guy. He tries hard. He works hard. Believe me, I really wanted him to succeed. And I could be wrong. He might still succeed. But in my plan, I'm going to get a Pro Bowler. I'm going to get a star who wants to be here. And if you could give up one of your ones and a one next year and throw something else in there, I don't care what it is, a third. We have 2 threes this year. Give one up. Go get Russell Wilson. Because that's a type of quarterback that flips the entire script in this organization and turns everything up. The type of player who demands of players around him. And don't tell me, Seattle hasn't been good. They're just not good no more. And sometimes marriages are over. And their O-line is just as bad as ours, if not worse. But we have picks to fix the line. We have a couple of guys. You got Andrew Thomas, who's rated one of the best tackles in the league this year. He's allowed 3 hits and 1 sack, I heard. And we know he's a stud. Right now, actually, Andrew Thomas is the best damn player on in this organization. The most valuable and the only thing that we could actually rely on and have pride in. You go get Russell Wilson. That's part of my plan. And for those of you who think Russell Wilson has 3 years left, you're wrong. Because in an NFL today where quarterbacks aren't allowed to be hit too hard, and that man is a beast of an athlete, Russell Wilson could have a good 6, 7, 8 years left in this league. You don't believe me? Go tune in to Peter King today on WFAN, who said he threw a hint at Mara. Russell Wilson can play in this league for another 8 to 10 years. Give me 6 years. That's good enough for me. I'm going to get him. Sorry, Daniel Jones. Yeah, I'd like to have pride and I'd like to be loyal, but I'm not going to be loyal to a death like some of these fans out here. I want to win. I don't play on the team. I'm a diehard fan of the team. I don't have 10 more years of shit football to watch in me. I don't have one more year in me. I got to see growth in this next season because what I saw this year is we've gone backwards. And I'm not doing it again. And I'm sorry. I know no change and stability. I've been a guy of stability. But guess what? There's opportunity out there for us to get better fast. And if we stay with the same shit and say, oh, it's only one more year, and then we go through another year of 4 or 5 wins and have to blow it up next year, it just makes no sense to me. We can't wait anymore. We've been garbage for 8 of the last 9 years. Garbage. Change now. It's over, man. You're about to watch 2 more meaningless garbage football games. There's no point of watching. You're not getting anything out of it. You got Andrew Thomas. I hope to get Nick Gates back. And you can develop Isaiah Wilson, which is another problem with this organization we've spoken about. The development of players. We have become the worst organization in football in developing players. And that's probably the biggest reason why we find ourselves at the bottom crust. All right? And with the other pick in the first round, I trade backwards and go get ourselves another 3 or 4 picks. Get a first for next year if you can. Get another second, another third, maybe a 4th or a 5th. And that's where you build this O-line. It doesn't have to be a top 7 player in the draft. You could get good O-linemen in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round. You could get yourself a defensive end in the 2nd round. So you go get a basket full of picks and we load up the trenches. O-line, linebacker, defensive end, okay? You want to go get another safety or a secondary player? Go ahead. You want to get a receiver in the middle rounds? You don't have to be top 2 rounds wide receivers. I told you we made a mistake last year with Tony. A lot of you guys won't get off your high horses. It was a mistake. The guy is already injured all year, okay? You don't need a first-round wide receiver. If you build a strong O-line, you can get middle-round wide receivers and you will win football games. Giants got to get back to developing the ground game. The running game wins in football. It still do. Okay? Defense, running game. And if you add a Russell Wilson to this team, you will see how much better the players around him play. Because players will raise up. The expectation goes up when you have a guy like that. Because he demands it. Because he's got a ring to put in your face in order to demand out of you. Daniel Jones don't got nothing, and nobody on the team seems to respect him. Yeah, they like him. They're going to say the right things. But when you bring a Russell Wilson into your locker room, everything changes. Everything. Bottom line, Tampa Bay wasn't winning before Brady. And when Brady came in, that team stopped clowning around, all the joking, all the selfishness, everything ended. It became about strictly straight up football, and anything less than winning the championship is garbage and unacceptable. And that's what those type of quarterbacks do for you. So you trade the other pick back, you get a basket of picks, you build the trenches, and suddenly the Giants have a football team. Next year you grow, you get better. It wouldn't shock me if you won 9 games. The following year, you're competing for big-time things. And it would be like that for a nice window of years. All right? If you want to come back with the same quarterback, with the same coach, give it one more run, go ahead. But if you bring in a new GM, and he doesn't want that, guess what? Guess what I say? I'm handing the keys to this GM who's coming in from outside. It's your call, buddy. It's your draft. You want the coach for another year? Go ahead. You don't want the coach for another year? Fire him. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, head coach. Stop trying to be loyal all the time. And that's another thing I want to talk about. This fan base. There's a lot of fans out here. And believe me, man, I'm old school, and I'm about loyalty and stability. I am. But they're losing, man. The losing is taking a toll, man. Okay? This losing every year is taking like 3-4 years at a time out of my life right here. My football life, man. I'm getting older. I can't watch this shit. It's embarrassing. We're a garbage can. We're a toilet bowl. The league is laughing at us. You can't even argue back with other fans, man. Bringing up Super Bowls from 12 years ago and 20 years ago, man, it ain't working anymore. Well, you can't turn your TV on Sundays and stand up and root for your team. You know why? Because you're not so sure that winning's a good thing. Yeah? Your heart wants to win, but your mind wants to lose. And that's a shitty damn way to watch football, man. No one in the league even want to watch us. We're irrelevant, man. It's embarrassing. The change has got to happen now. Mara's got to wake up. If he promotes this guy from inside, man, I'm telling you right now, that's the worst mistake this organization can make. On top of all the mistakes they made, this one would be right all the way at the top. Nothing's going to change. Man, I'm telling this fan base, a lot of these fans, man, they want to be loyal and they want to stick with it. But you're being loyal to losing. You do not work for the organization. You do not own the organization. Your only interest in this team is that you're a fan to the heart and you want to win. You want to win and we want to brag about it too. And we haven't had that in a long, long time. So you want to come back with the same shit? I'm going to tell you right now. We come back with this and run it over again next year. We start out 0-3 and we win 5 games next year. I'm coming at you guys, even if you're my own fans. I'm going to come at you hard. Alright? We have dropped the ball over and over. There were players out there I wanted, that I spoke about long before last year's draft. And we didn't go after any of them. We ignored it. We ignored the O-line. A lot of people thought, the O-line's young. It's going to grow. Yeah, it's grown, all right. It's grown into 4 bags of shits. That's what it's grown into. Diarrhea. Okay? And it's destroyed our running back's career. And yes, it hasn't given our quarterback a fair chance. But, dude, the clock is ticking and time is just about to run out. I wanted a stud linebacker. We passed on him. Yeah, trade back. Get some picks. All right, you can get some picks. Man, every year we talk about the draft before Thanksgiving. It's become embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing and I'm tired of it. Every night we get on the streams and we talk about the same depressing stuff. It's embarrassing. Other fans are chuckling, like Cowboys and Eagle fans. They laugh at us. They come in our streams just so they could tease us. It's a damn joke. Wake the fuck up, people. Make the changes we need. You're not loyal to Joe Judge. He's not your brother or your uncle. And he has no history as a head coach. It's not comparing him to Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells is one of the greatest ever. This guy's not a hair on Bill Parcells' testicles. You say these things, and it's damn right humiliating. All this man ever did was deliver a speech that got us all riled up. I'm going to punch you in your face for 60 minutes. Man, we've been getting raped and abused for 2 seasons. Get a damn clue. It's time to move on. And Adam's right. And I don't usually agree with Adam. But right now, Adam and I are riding on the same train. You know why? Because our hearts are bleeding as Giant fans. And we're done with it. You want to be loyal, but you don't really believe that anything's going to change. So you go be loyal. And you fall for the trap of being shitty and going 0-4 every season. And accept the slap in the face by the rich owners that are laughing behind the door as they offer you a free soda in week 15 because you're the joke of the league.